we are the brave. We'll fight you in name, the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save, this land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, just that star, spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the brave, and the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxSpeedTV.
After 2 nights of action-packed racing from Atlanta Motor Speedway, we head north to Chicagoland for round 2 of the RB Custom Rigs Xfinity Series for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. Last season, here produced 5 cautions for 24 laps. Now, as always, tires could be an issue again, but not as bad as, of course, Atlanta. Who will have a strategy tonight and come out into victory lane? Welcome, everybody, to another night here on MaxSpeedTV. I am Joshua Medlock. Ryan Bradshaw will be joining me here later on. He's got some stuff he's got to take care of, but Ryan Bradshaw will be here this evening, folks, so don't you worry about that. Now, they, of course, are in qualifying here. Still some technical issues. I am also recording the broadcast here tonight. It will be re-uploaded and onto MaxSpeedTV at a later date when I get time. And that way, y'all won't have any of the skipping. I've done everything I can on my end to figure out what is going on, and I don't know. So we're just going to go that route here tonight and see what happens. But thank you all for tuning in here this evening. We do appreciate it. Looks like we've got about 6 likes, 14 currently watching here right now, but let's go ahead and dive right on into it here as they still continue to put in their qualifying laps. We got an air temp of 79 degrees, a track temp of 81, 145 laps here this evening, 217 and a half miles. Tires at about 25 to 35 laps. Fuel window somewhere in the neighborhood ballpark of 40 to 44 laps will be that window for fuel. Of course, pace speed here tonight at Chicagoland, 50 miles per hour, a good solid 65 mile per hour interstate pace speed here this evening. Let's hope we don't see a whole lot of that either here this evening, but let's go ahead and get down here to the point standings coming into tonight after, of course, a week last week of Talladega, and boy, did it produce that, some awesome racing last week as well. Nick Hunt grabbing the first win of the regular season here And, of course, that's going to put him up in the top spot with 47 points. GT Hawkins actually helping Nick. GT just nowhere to go last week. Just decided to push Nick up to the win, and that is exactly what happened. GT back in second with 43 points. 4 points behind Nick Hunt. Gary Sexton and Brian Dolsakis Wasserman there tied with 42 points, 1 point behind GT. Vroom Vroom, Nicholas Vroman there in fifth, 40 points back, 40 points, 2 back. Bryce Sinisak in sixth, 38 points, 2 back. Keith Haney in seventh, 36 points, 2 back. And then a tie between Ed Morris and Michael Thwaites. So a bunch of ties here early on for eighth. 35 points between the two, 1 point behind Keith Haney. Brad Wetzelpretzel there in 10th, 34 points, 1 point separates him, Ed Morris and Michael Thwaites. And then Shad Curran in 11th, 33 points, 1 point, of course, behind Brad Wetzel. And Chris Seidenfaden in 12th, 32 points, 1 point behind Shad Curran. Now, this is just the top 12. Later on in the season, we'll, of course, get to the top 15 once we hit about round 7 of the regular season. So that is the point standings coming into tonight's action here at Chicagoland. Let's go ahead and get the shout-outs done here real quickly. Of course, Rick Bell from Rick Bell's Custom Rigs. A big shout out to RB, Rick Bell out there for coming on board again this season for the Xfinity Series for Extreme Motorsports at 99.com. A shout out to our admins here, Scott Rambler, Brett Cool, and Jake Bustos for what they do down there in the admin tower. Also, a shout out to Mr. Rick Donathan, putting on a great league over here at Extreme. Glad to be a part of it as always. And of course, a shout out to all the fans out there tuning in here tonight with still the issues we're having. Brendan Kennedy, it looks like out there, Pierce Maffett, and Storm Chaser Rhodey out there. What's up, Storm Chaser? Glad to see you out there, buddy. I don't know exactly why it's doing what it's doing, but it's doing. Now, they are now within the driver's meeting. So let's go ahead and pull those qual times here up for everybody. And Ed Morris in the number 7 is going to grab the pole out here tonight with a 30.761. Congratulations to Ed Morris on grabbing the pole. Vroom Vroom, they're going to be in second. And rounding out the top 3 here in qualifying is going to be William Hartman. So that is going to be the pre-race stuff here. Of course, we've got picks too, or I've got a pick anyway. We'll get Ryan's pick when he is able to get in here. My pick here tonight is actually I've kind of picked another driver, kind of another underdog. Now, he is going to be all the way back here, not qualifying. That's going to be the number 2 of Brandon Freeze here. I think Brandon's going to have something for these drivers out here tonight. Let's hope he doesn't prove me wrong. So if you got any picks out there, folks, throw them in chat, and we will get to them when we can. Still glad to see everybody out there. It looks like they're already going to be done with the drivers' meeting here. Wow, that was quick. That was a quick drivers' meeting. Well, let me see if I can find Mr. Ed Morris here and get him up here for his pole setting interview here. Gotta find him. Give me just a second. He's hiding. There he is. Mr. Ed Morris, buddy. Got a copy. Ed Morris, do you got a copy? Well, I don't guess he wants to talk. We'll go ahead and get him back down there here real quick. And what in the world is that popping up on my screen? Sorry about that. Thought I had that turned off. All right. Well, let's go back here, maybe toward the field here, real quick. How about we bring up Mr. Casey Duncan here, real quick. Soon as I find him. I know he's in here somewhere. There he is. Mr. KC, buddy, got a copy?
I got you, Josh. How you doing tonight?
Well, still the hiccup as always with OBS. It started Saturday night and it hadn't stopped since. So I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna figure it out. We are also recording the broadcasts and then I'll re-upload it. So we'll have it all there. But looks like you're gonna be qualifying here in 20th at Chicagoland. Very fast track. For it being a mile and a half and really egg-shaped, it looks like. Well, not egg-shaped, but oblong, I should say. Nothing but really turns here. Well, what do you think is going to be the biggest factor here tonight?
Well, I think tire wear is going to be huge tonight. Saving your tires and also saving a set of tires for that late caution.
So you think... there might be another late caution here?
You know how it is. We start getting a long run, and then all of a sudden people get antsy at about 20 or 30 to go. So, yeah, I'm hoping I can get that Great House Super up to the front and have a good race tonight.
Oh, I think it's going to be a good race. 145 laps, and it's really, y'all are putting in about 30 second, in the high 30s, basically, 30.8, somewhere around in there. So, about a 30 seconds a lap roughly. So y'all can get about 2 laps in a minute here. So it's going to go by pretty quickly. Do you think you need to gun it down early or just kind of hold back and wait?
I like to hold back and save my tires at the beginning of a run and then, light them up towards the end of the run when everybody else starts to slow down. I like to just save my stuff and be there at the end.
All righty, buddy. Well, good luck down there, KC. And, you can't win it technically on the first lap, but boy, you can definitely sure lose it.
That's for sure. You can ruin your night on the first lap. That's for sure.
That is. Yeah. All right, KC. Good luck, bud.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that is KC Duncan. Going to be back here in 20th. Let's see here if I can get him back up here. Ed Morris, you got a copy? I seriously think he does not want to talk. Yeah, I think I know what you mean there. Well, you know what we're gonna do here. Since we can't talk to the pole sitter right at the current moment, how about we bring his dad up here real quick and have his dad pick on him? Edmore Sr. got a copy.
Hey there, Joshua.
Well, I'm doing all right, buddy. Yep. I can't talk to your son here. I don't know exactly what's actually going on. I think he's ignoring me, to be honest with you.
He actually didn't even. He's still in our room. You didn't pull him up.
Yeah, I did. I pulled him up, and he is
looking at his name. And he never even never left.
Yeah, I pulled him up.
Well, he is on the bathroom break anyway.
Okay. Well, I know you're not racing here tonight, but let's get your thoughts on Chicagoland.
Oh, I like Chicagoland, really. I thought about racing, but I'm not really posted. I don't think the race is a standby since I raced both series and lower series. But yeah, it's a good track. Probably got to manage tires and stuff. So.
Yeah. It's going to be a tire management as it always is. So, Edmore Senior, man, glad to see you in TeamSpeak. I'm going to go ahead and pull you back down there into the chat, into your team down there, and of course, tell everybody down there good luck. We're going to still see if we can get Ed up here.
All right. Thank you guys. Have a good time.
Thanks. Buddy. All right, well, that is Mr. Ed Morris Sr., but we want to go and talk to, how about we pull up real quick Matt Alverson. Let me see if I can find him. There he is. Matt Alverson, got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Well, you're going to be starting back here in 31st, man. I don't know if that was by design or not, but going to be a pretty long race, 145 laps. What do you like or dislike about Chicagoland?
Yeah, we kind of screwed up those laps there on qualifying. We'll start here in the back. But setup's just really tight. This night setup is. So hopefully tire wear will be all right.
So we're not seeing a loosey-goosey car out there tonight.
No, it's extremely tight.
Oh man, I might have to take that rubber down about 40% just to get it to maybe slide a little bit.
Yeah, I wish they'd do something.
All right, Matt. Well, good luck down there, buddy.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, let's try one more time and see if we can get him up here. Coming down to the wire here. Ed Morris, one more time. Got a copy. Ed Morris. Got about 3.5 minutes left here in qualifying. You know what? We'll just go ahead and leave him up here, and then when he gets here, he can just interrupt me. But
how's it going, Josh?
Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's back
just
now.
got back. Sorry about that.
I pulled you up here, I think, like 3 times, and I didn't get nothing. I was just going to leave you up here until you returned.
No, I'm here. I'm back. I'm ready to go.
All right. Well, you are on the pole here tonight for round number 2, and of course, a pole, get the pole doesn't mean anything. You know that very well, but 145 laps here tonight. What do you have to do to hold off these drivers here this evening?
Key is to be patient. Use your head. Hopefully this thing will get a lot of green flag laps, and we can throw some strategy in the mix and hopefully make some good time on pit road and make good use of our tires and hopefully bring this home at the end and park it in victory lane.
No, I mean, hey, you got to do what you got to do after last week's Talladega fiasco. Coming into Chicagoland, a whole different ball game here. But you still have the tire sets. It's 5. The one you start with, and then 4 more in the pits. Do you think drivers out here are going to be a little bit more cautious on using their tires, knowing that this track will play a factor?
I think a little bit at first. Just it'll kind of depend on how this race is going to play out. If we have a bunch of cautions early on, if we're going to really need to save toward the end or not. That's the thing. It's a guessing game because we don't know how this is going to go. This is the first intermediate track we're going to. Plate racing is always a wild card. So this is where the season really starts, as far as who's going to be a front runner and who's got the speed and who's got the strategy here. So tonight will be interesting to see how everything's going to turn out and how the season is going to play forward.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll have to definitely watch that. But, of course, congratulations, Ed, on pole here tonight. Man, good luck. We'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Thanks, bud.
Yep. Mr. Ed Morris there. All righty, folks. Well, coming down to about a minute left here tonight, we're, of course, going to get things going. Pierce M. I see you out there in chat. You said I'll take that as a no. Not exactly sure what you mean by that. But all right, let's go ahead and get the driver bar off there. All right, coming down to about a second here. We're going to take the qualifying grid off. And we're going to get them on the grid here tonight. We're going to give them a minute. All right, qualifying grid here this evening. The MaxSpeedTV starting grid, Ed Morris grabbing the pole with a 37.61. Congratulations, Dad, on pole. Vroom, vroom. Nicholas Vroman in second. William Hartman in third. Kyle Siege in fourth. Austin Hill in fifth. Todd Cray sixth. Chris Seidenfaden seventh. Darren Clement in eighth. Zach Willard ninth. And Keith Haney in 10th. GT Hawkins in 11th. Michael Thwaites 12th. Danny Rogers 13th. Bryce Sidisak 14th. David Elliott 15th. Gary Sexton in 16th. Brad Wetzel Pretzel in 17th. Brian Dosakis Wasserman in 18th. Rodrigo Logan 19th. And Casey Duncan 20th. Nick Hott 21st. Blake Griffith 22nd. Gary May 23rd. Will Davis 24th. Thiago in 25th. Brad Lawson, 26th. Justin Rideout, 27th. Carlos Maciel, 28th. Brian Abbott, 29th. And Jacob Lee, 30th. Matt Alverson, 31st. Joe Johnson, 32nd. Tom Massey of the qualifiers is going to qualify 33rd. With the non-qualifiers, Darren Bruce, 34th. Paul Irvin, 35th. James DeCarolis in 36th. Brandon Freeze, 37th. Michael Atkins Jr., 38th. Keith Haney, or James Haney. I keep wanting to call James Keith. James Haney, 39th. Ron Schutte going to round out the field here tonight in 40th. Wow. I really need to get with the Haneys and talk about this. All right, rolling off here tonight. On the backstretch of Chicagoland, if that's what you want to call it. We're going to go ahead and say it as they enter turn 3 here tonight. Pull those belts tight one more time. The pace truck dive off to the safety of pit road out of 4. We will be underway here tonight. Pace truck dives off. Ed Morris. Pedal before the green. There's the green. Biggity, folks. Racing here tonight. Round 2 of the RB Custom Rigs Xfinity Series XM99 at Chicagoland. Getting a good jump. William Hartman going to take over second from Vroom Vroom. Get back here where they are still double file. Keith Haney getting 8 up. Looks like Keith might be just falling back. But the first lap is going to go to the number 7 of Ed Morris. There's a battle for second. A battle for 7th. Todd Cray going to take second. Or 7th. Darren Clement right up ahead of him. Get back here a little bit further. Danny Rogers. Oh, the 24. Looks like one on the car, but I've got 24 in the driver bar. Really close with Rodrigo Loga and Brian Wasserman. O'Brien not running it. Yeah, he's running the Dulsaki 77. He better be. Side by side behind them, Gary May, Thiago, Will, Blake. Back here running at about 20th on back to about 24th. And even Justin Rideout's going to put his 2 cents in here. Lap 4 already here tonight. Doesn't take long. Now, we were seeing in practice and in qualifying, you know, at about 30.8 or so seconds. It's really a lot slower here in the race. So they're running at about 30, really low 31s. Get back here to Blake Griffith. In the number 1. Looks like I've got him in the 6, though, on the driver, or on the car. Gary May, the 38. That is going to be, I think, Thiago. No, Thiago's in the 54. 38 of Will Davis. Then Blake Griffith. Justin Rideout, Brad Lawson. This is where the battle is going on right now, folks. And then we got another one brewing up here with GT Hawkins to the inside. Lap number 6 here tonight. Yes, it is a D-shaped oval. Yes. It looks basically like a D, pretty much. Austin Hill doing battle here with GT. Bryce Sitasak. To the inside of the 88 of Zach Willard. Michael Thwaites. Coming out of 4. Get up here. Nicholas Vroom Vroom Roman has taken over the lead from Ed Morris. Get back here and keep an eye out on the man. Look at this group. They're still all right here together, bumper to bumper, nose to tail, and even side by side. Darren Clement to the inside of the 5 of Chris Seidenfaden. Kimberly Jacoby out there in chat. Rooting on Vroom Vroom again here tonight. Keeping an eye on the 22 of Todd Cray. Ooh, that was close between Todd Cray and Chris Seidenfaden. Pretty much single file, except for the 32 on the outside. As we see a couple of drivers head off to the apron. GT Hawkins, Austin Hill, Bryce Sitasak. And then right down into turn number 1. We get back up front. Vroom Vroom now. Got a little bit of a gap there between him and Ed Morris at about half a second. Second back to Kyle Siege and then Todd Cray. We get up to Chris Seidenfaden. This is where the jumble is. Well, going back here toward the field a little bit further. Thiago, Darren Bruce, Joe Johnson. They're still pretty much all right here together. The 888 of Paul Irvin. It looks like 21 on the car, I believe. 21, yes, 21 on the car, but 888 on the driver bar. Let's see here if we can do some updating here with trading paints. Maybe get these paints loaded up again. I've done this before, but still having that issue. We'll go ahead and update it again here, folks. So the cars may go white. Getting back here toward a little bit further, Matt Alverson, James, Tom, Ron, then James Haney. Oh, Nick Hunt having, looks like some issues here. All the way back into 40th after starting 21st. Oof. All right, vroom, vroom. Ed, Kyle, Todd, under fire. 67 of William Hartman to his inside, lap 15. We're taking lap 16. GT coming from 11th to 6th in 16 laps. Todd Cray fighting now with GT Hawkins. Lap 17. Get back here to where they're pretty much nose to tail, but yet single file. Not a whole lot of drivers fighting really one another. A lot of give and take coming on early. A lot of early respect being shown right now. Still think it's going to take the full 145. Go back here to James as they do battle back here. James going to make the pass on Thiago. Thiago, though, is going to come back onto the inside of the 93. This is for 32nd. Now the 93 and the 28 of Joe Johnson to the inside. Out of turn number 2, they come onto the backstretch. And you are always willing and dealing in these machines. Well, on this track, really, you're always doing some type of turning. And Vroom Vroom kind of breaking away from Ed Morris about a second. Get to leader here, folks, early on. So at about 3.4 seconds from the leader, GT Hawkins. All right, just making some notes here. Watching now, they're starting to get more of a single file notion. So you get right here, Danny Rogers, Bryce Sidisak, Brad Wetzel, Rodrigo Loga, and KC Duncan. Now KC still riding pretty much right where he started. I mean, up a couple of spots in that number 18. But KC is the driver who likes to ride. Rodrigo Loga going to fall back a spot here, back where he started in the 19th. Will Davis up 4 spots in the 20th. Michael Atkins Jr. from 38th to 22nd. "16 spots in 23 laps. Up to 22nd now. And he is coming for Brian Wasserman here. Everybody now single file on the inside from 37th to 23rd. Brandon Freeze. Oh, we got something going on up here. Somebody off the track. Who is that? Got a couple of drivers. Will Davis. No caution, but we're going to go back here and take a look at what happened to Will Davis. Seen the smoke and then everybody trying to dodge him. Let's take gap to leader off here real quick. Take a look at what happened. Did it start up ahead of them? And it did. The 18 and the 31, I believe that is. Let's get on the 18 here of KC Duncan and rewind this. Looks like contact was made between the 31 on the car. In the 18, that's what upset it, and then right back down into the 38. No caution brought out. Okay, so a couple of penalties to go over here real quick as we are still green flag for 28 laps here. Vroom Vroom got a 2-second lead over Ed Morris there. Lap 50. Wait, that's the wrong one. Never mind. I was on the wrong one, folks. We don't have any penalties to go over yet. It didn't update on me. Wow. There we go. Now we're rocking and rolling here. All right, lap 30 here in about 10 laps. We're going to be within that fuel window here. And I think right now everybody's seeing what these tires can do on a long green flag run. And they're getting it here early on. Oh, we got drivers coming down pit road. Rodrigo Loga down pit road. And that is, of course, going to be coming out by the admins here, it looks like. A lap 25 at fault, 31 contact with the 18, 31 with a drive-through. We did see that. Everybody now anywhere between a half a second to about 3 seconds behind one another. Got a battle between Carlos Maciel and the 81 and the 82 of Brian Abbott on the outside. All right, Blake Griffith, Thiago, James, Brian, Carlos, Paul, Will. Back here to Brad Lawson. Oh, 63, tagging the wall. As Ron Schutte gets around him. Now the question, here at about 5 laps, who is going to make that dive down pit road to start things off? Looks like Justin Rideout came down pit road. And here comes, I believe, we've got Kyle Siege coming down pit road. Okay. Watching the speed of Darren Clement here, all the way down to 152 miles an hour. I was wondering if he was going to be coming down pit road or if maybe something happened. He is battling it here with the 13 of Gary Sexton. Gary moving on up here, up 6 spots. Not a bad run, early run here. As GT Hawkins gets around Ed Morris, William Hartman looking to get around Ed as well. Ed might have burned his stuff up just a little bit too soon. Austin Hill, Todd Cray also right here with them. We'll watch William Hartman. And he is going to get around the number 7. Can he complete the pass? Yes, he will. Number 7 of Ed Morris now is going to have Austin Hill to his inside. That Toyota Supra, Chris Seidenfaden down pit road. As well as Brad Wetzel, Brandon Lawson, Joe Johnson also down pit road here. Looks like we're going to have another driver down pit road, and Zach Willard. Second place right now is GT Hawkins. Vroom Vroom is actually in first, Brian. Vroom Vroom coming up on the 00 of Nick Hunt. Now Nick be the first driver a lap down. Right now he is on the lead lap. He's got the leader, though, right there with him, and Vroom Vroom Vrooming. All right, well, Vroom Vroom came down pit road, and everybody else did too. So, of course, that is going to cycle things out. The only driver, it looks like, well, Kyle, now he is our current leader, has been out here now at about 7 laps. We was watching everybody come down pit road there. I had to take care of something and ask a couple of questions. So I do apologize. But everybody has made their first round of pit stops here. Green flag still tonight. Vroom Vroom, though, he is going to be coming upon Kyle here in about a second or two. They're both out of turn number 2 here, and Nicholas right there on his tail. And a battle for the lead as Vroom Vroom going to lead that lap on the inside. And now down into turn number 1 here tonight. First round of green flag pit stops here this evening. Vroom Vroom back to first. Now GT Hawkins in third. He is about he's 2.3 seconds behind the leader. It's at about 1.7 seconds behind our second place Kyle here as he goes back. Alrighty, folks, lap 64 of 145. They're all grouped up here. They're all bunched up. What do you say we do a little bit of a crank it up here tonight early on? a huge wreck here tonight, folks. A big one here this evening. Let's go back and take a look here. Oh, man, we was just going to come back alive when that wreck happened. We seen it under the Crank It Up there. So let's see here what happened. A huge pile up. We're going to be on Darren Clement here. Let's go ahead and pause it here. Let's go ahead and get that top custom up there for everybody tuning in. And let's see here what happened. I think Darren Clement, or I know Darren Clement was in the mix here. I don't know if this was the start. And yes, it was right there. Contact between the 2 and the 32. I believe the 2 is going to be Brandon Freeze. And, of course, the 32 is going to be Darren Clement. So, right here is where this initiated at. And the 32 goes, oh, man. The 32 goes for a ride. The 2 goes for a ride. The 32 goes topsy-turvy here. And, of course, he had a tow and coming down pit road. We're going to go cockpit here tonight on that number 32 machine of Darren Clement. The number 2 of Brandon Freeze, my pick here tonight, also went for a ride. But let's go cockpit here with Darren Clement in the 32 and just see this ride he took. You get motion sickness, do not watch because he just goes flipping here this evening. Unable to get it down pit road, he will have to tow, and that is exactly what he did. Oh, man. So a huge wreck at the halfway mark here this evening. Huge wreck. Okay, so lap number 70 going to be on the number 2 of Brandon Freeze. Contact with the 32. No, the number 2 will receive an EOL. I don't know. Let me see here. Brandon Freeze. Okay, it looks like the ones that was involved in this. Several other drivers were involved in this as well. Darren Clement and Brandon Freeze, I think, got the brunt of it. But 2 drivers involved. Now, it looks like KC Duncan may be going back as well. This is probably an iRacing thing. Well, let's go ahead and get another interview in here, shall we? And I've already got the driver I want to get up here tonight. I don't know if he wants to talk or not. Austin Hill, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Austin Hill, man, here tonight, Chicagoland. Man, this track's totally different, of course, from Talladega, man. You're fast. How's the car feeling out there? You know, how's the tires holding up here this evening?
Yeah, our Surf Pro Super has been pretty good all night. I mean, we've been a little off from where we kind of need to be. I've been trying to save my tires as much as I can, but at the same time, I don't want to lose too much ground from the leader. So just trying to balance that out. With the tire rule deal that we got going on this season, it makes it tough knowing, you know, when to take tires, when not to take tires. So I'm still learning that. Feel like I'm in a good position right now, and hopefully we can make something happen here at the end of the race. The 95 is really good tonight, but I think that if we can get up to the front and battle with him a little bit, I think we have a shot at it.
Well, I know you guys are getting double file, and I hate bringing up the past, but yesterday, not too friendly to you. You were fast. Man, real quick, what happened?
Yeah, it was just one of those deals. The leader in front of me, he checked up a lot earlier than I was expecting him to coming to the pits, and I was trying to stay off of him, and I always turn my brake bias down a lot under a green flag run to help the truck or the car turn. and I forgot to turn it back up coming to pit road. And when he checked up as early as he did, I got on the brakes too hard and I got loose, and then I ended up missing that cone on entry. But it's still a long season, so I think next week we can go get a win. We showed that we had plenty of speed to win the race. We just got to put the whole race together.
Oh, yeah, for sure, Austin. Well, double file coming down into 3, buddy. Good luck out here tonight, because this is what it's all about.
Appreciate it.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, I wanted to get a word in with Austin Hill after yesterday's fiasco there and the little mistake. And, man, that's a tough break. Tommy Massey, though, is going to get him going here, coming back to the green flag, lap 76 here this evening. And the green flag is out. Good job. It looks like maybe the 28 of Joe Johnson on the outside might have spun his tires just a little bit. That's going to allow the 5. Of course, Seidenfeld to get around, but look at this, folks. And we got a quick caution already. Oh, a big pile up back here toward the bank. All right. Well, let's take a look. I'm not seeing anything right there. What's going on here, folks? Let me see. Keith Haney might have been involved. All right, right here. All right, so let's go ahead and be on Keith Haney here, because this is where it started. Oh, looks like after. Oh, that is close. You cannot go 3 wide before the start-finish line. And as they're they're checking up going on. They're 3 wide right here. 38 dives it down right in front of the 10. The 87 checks up there. And then right there, it was just on from there. Upset City here. And bam! There goes the 87 hard into the wall. And it's going to collect several other drivers here. So 3 wide before the start-finish line. The 21, the 85, the 87 going to get involved in all of this fiasco on the track. Now, I'm not an admin, folks, but I do know some of the rules here. So we'll, of course, let the admins, take a look at that here as it may seem. And, man, they do have a tough job right now up there in that tower. Okay, they're going to call that not available, EOL. So not available is going to get an EOL here tonight. I think there's going to be more to that they're going to have to take a look here and kind of see what happened. Scott Rambler, Jake Bustos up there. Jake, No Rights Bustos. There, I'm going to go ahead and that's his nickname. Jake, No Rights Bustos. Okay, so they're going to call that a racing incident. Everyone checking up for a slow vehicle. All right. So that is what it's going to be called. Okay, so that is what's going to happen. Well, let's see here if we can get another interview in real quick. How about we go with somebody from the top here? We haven't interviewed him in a little bit, so let's go ahead and see if we can pull him up here. Samson Motorsports, Chris Seidenfeld, the number 5. Got a copy.
Yes, sir. Just eating a ho-ho right now.
Huh?
Quick snack break. I'm eating a ho-ho. Little Debbie.
You're eating while driving. Well, that's
Yes,
always, that's what you got to do, man. You got to get that food in you. Well, the Northern Capital number 5 coming from 7th to 2nd here. Still got a ways to go here tonight, Chris. But, man, how's the racing going for you? And it looks like these cautions, man, they're starting to come out here tonight.
Yeah, they're working in our favor a little bit. We're in a different strategy than everyone else, the Northern Capital boys. We still got 2 sets left. Everyone else has 1. So we're trying to bank on a late race caution. So that's our strategy right now.
Did you really want to say you had 2 sets left over the stream? You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll give you all the inside scoop and everyone else watching.
Oh, okay. Well, they're right now with everything going on, we got about 15, 16 watching here, but still having issues, Chris. So, hey, good luck out there, buddy. We still got a ways to go here tonight, but we're winding down the laps too. So, man, good luck out there. Man, hopefully we'll see a Northern Capital machine up front here tonight.
Appreciate it, man.
Buddy. Eat that ho-ho. All righty, folks. Well, we are going to be coming up to lap number 81 here this evening. All right, pace truck going to dive off to the safety of pit road. Coming to lap 81 here tonight, folks. Chris Seidenfaden, Tom Massey, Tom on the loud pedal as he was the driver to get him going, our leader. We just talked to Chris. Here we go, folks. Back underway here tonight. And about it for the lead, Chris Seidenfaden to the inside of Tom Massey. And Chris gonna lead it. Oh, he's gonna do a little bit of slide job up there to the 05. That's gonna put Brown and Wetzel Pretzel now to the inside of the 05. They are all bunched up here up front here tonight. Oh my Lord. And, of course, you can't count out Ed Morris, our pole sitter, fighting his way back up toward the front. And Brad trying to hold him back. But, yeah, man, if Ed is going to do anything, he is going to have to get around right now the 05 as they're going to go 3 wide. Back here on the backstretch at Chicagoland into 3. Still 3 wide here tonight. Oh, they're going to go 4 here this evening. Oh, man, I thought for sure that number 13 there was going to take it a 4 wide. We're 3 wide, 2 rows deep. Now we're back to 3 wide, though. Oh, my Lord, they're really packing it up here, folks. Oh, my Lord. We're 3 wide again. Well, the 09 and the 94. Back to Alverson. A little bit of a squeeze there. Oh, good. They're killing me up here. And even 3 wide behind them. The 81 of Carlos in the middle from Brad Wetzel, and I believe that's the 95 or that, yeah. Vroom vroom there, and here comes the 27. Darren Bruce to the inside of the 95. Chris Seidenfaden now falling back as GT Hawkins, Gary Sexton, William Hartman going to go 1, 2, 3 here. Taking a look at the teams here. GT Motorsports. GT Hawkins is up front for GT Motorsports. Then in second, Gary Sexton. for ECM, I believe. Could be wrong. I'm looking at it here. No, CCR. I do apologize. CCR. Okay. And then William Hartman in third. Part of GT Motorsports. Austin Hill 4X. Kyle Siege. I'm back here with JBR. Jacob Bell Racing in fifth as they continue back here to go 2 and 3 wide. And we might have a battle for the lead here momentarily between GT Gary and William. Out of turn 2 they go, and there's a caution. Oh, Tom and Massey, Michael Thwaites. Well, let's go on to Michael Thwaites, see what happened to Michael. This is in that group here that was going 2 and 3 wide the whole time. Michael Thwaites now in the middle of this group. Looks like out of 4, they are A-okay, but they're still 3 wide, the 11 on the outside. Oh, and right there, 4 wide. The 77 machine involved. The 05 involved. No. This is where it's going to bring out a caution. We'll, of course, get the official word from the admins on who caused it. Okay, lap 89. Just still waiting here. All right, so it looks like everything has come down the pipeline here from the admins, Scott Rambler, Jake Bustos. Lap 89, the number 12 at fault. Contact with the 77. Michael Thwaites in the 12 is going to receive the EOL. Of course, that is going to be his first. We're going to step away here, play a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. right, folks, we're back here on MaxSpeedTV. GT Hawkins up front as they, of course, are going to get the one to go here. Gary Sexton in second, William Hartman third, Austin Hill fourth, Kyle Siege fifth, Bryce Sidisak sixth, Darren Bruce seventh, Chris Seidenfaden eighth, Matt Alverson ninth, Joe Johnson going to round out our top 10 here. Coming to lap 94 here this evening. And as we take a look at the caution count number, 4 cautions for 16 laps, 53 laps to go. We've had 8 lead changes here tonight. Now, of course, one more caution will tie the caution from last season. You know, let's hope these drivers, of course, can get it under green here and finish it out. But the way things have been going, man, I do not know. You know, I'm just the broadcaster. I just call it as I see it. All right, pace truck going to dive off to the safety of pit road, and it's going to be GT Hawkins. It's going to be in control. He can go at any time. And he's on the loud pedal. A little bit of a tire spin back there by William Hartman, but nothing major as he is going to keep it right up there close to the number 14 of GT. Gary Sexton up to third. Kyle Siege in fourth. Now Austin Hill trying to get around that 39. Not going to be able to do it. Going to have to pull right behind him. Or is he going to go to the outside? That is going to be the question as they get a little squirrely up here between the 13 and that number 39 machine's a bird's eye view from Awesome Austin here this evening. Austin trying to fight his way back up toward the front, but he's right there where he started. You know, I would be happy with a 5 for 5 here. You know, started 5th, finished in 5th. But, of course, we know Austin wants to get that win out of the way. So we'll just have to wait and see. Lap 95 here tonight, side by side behind them here, folks. Bryce Sidisak in the 09, the 27 of DB, Darren Bruce. And look at this, Darren Bruce started in 34th, and he is up to 7th, fighting for that 6th spot. Awesome race here tonight by Darren Bruce, man. Doing his thing. They're 3 wide again behind these drivers. Get back here with the 63 of Brad Lawson. Joe Johnson, Carlos Maciel, Brian Abbott. Pretty much all right here together. Fast drivers out here and dang near 3 wide again. Oh, getting a little hairy up here. It's like Nick Hunt under fire with Blake Griffith. 1 on the driver bar, 6 on the car. Joe Johnson in the 28. Looks like Ed Moore is trying to fight his way, our pole sitter, back up toward the front, fighting Todd Cray right now. Right up ahead of Todd Cray is going to be the pretzel himself, Brad Wetzel. William Hartman keeping it close there. With a 14, Kyle Siege there in third. Gary Sexton in fourth, kind of backed off there a little bit. It is Austin Hill. Austin might be blinking a little bit. Let's hope he does not drop connection. Let's get back here to where the battle was happening here, folks. And that's going to be back right around here. Almost 3 wide again. Get back here to Gary May, Casey Duncan, Danny Rogers. This is the type of racing I love to see. 3 wide. Back to 2. As the 28 of Joe Johnson. No. Yeah, the 28 of Joe Johnson is going to keep it 2 wide. Oh, but here comes the 10 of Gary May onto the outside. I don't think he's going to have the momentum, but man, look how close Danny Rogers and the 28 of Joe Johnson is getting to one another. And then we don't look now, but the 128. Now, Ron Schutte is 7 laps down, but, you know, he is still onto the inside. Coming up on the 28 now of Joe Johnson. That kind of separated them. Let's get back up toward the front here. Kyle Siege. All right. Well, Rob Ranshaw unable to join us here tonight. Kind of got in late just to give everybody a kind of a rundown, and then I'm not trying to put his personal business out to everybody there, but he does do real life racing. They did have to pull an engine out tonight, and it took a little bit longer than expected. Then when he got home, of course, he is still in school, so he had to do his homework. So unable to join us up here in the booth, but that is fine, Ryan. You know, you got to do your thing, man. You know, real life first, and you know, do your real life stuff. School comes first before this iRacing. You know, that's the biggest thing. So. But always glad to have you up here in the booth, Ron. You know that. Lap of 105, 145. Let's check on how long they've been out here. Oh, about 33, 34 laps or so. Some anywhere between 13 and 16 laps. Yeah, it's going to definitely come down to fuel and a tire strategy here for a good majority of them. All right, well, G.T. Hawkins, William Hartman, Austin Hill has made his way up to that third place. But the top three here, top 3, 4, 5, the top 5 really been out here at about 35 laps. To get back here to Darren Bruce at about 36, so a lap difference between him and the rest, and now 37 as well for Darren Bruce. Matt Alverson, Michael Atkins Jr. coming from 38 to 8th. Good Lord. And then Bryce Sidisak on the same strategy as the top 5 at about 36. Todd Cray in the 22 has been out here at about 18 laps. Right up ahead of him, Danny Rogers at about 16. Get back here a little bit further, it's going to be Paul Irvin at about 19 laps. Get back here a little bit further, KC Duncan at about 19. Brian Wasserman at about 19. No Hood Wasserman right now, but hey, on the lead lap, still running strong. He's back into 25th, but we still got plenty of racing to go. Michael Thwaites, some damage to these drivers as well, and we've got another caution. Oh, Brad Lawson involved. Well, let's go back here and take a look. This is going to be the 5th caution of the evening. Okay, Brad Lawson right here. Now they're going into 3. Oh, the 5. Was the 5 coming down pit road? I believe he might was slowing down to come down pit road maybe, and then right back, the 63 right into the 5, then right up into, well, on the driver, on the car, and then a hard left. And then the 17 looks like might have got a little bit of a nick of it there. Oh! Well, this is going to change things as the leaders, of course, are going to come down pit road. We'll take a look here at the penalty chart here tonight. Now, that is going to be lap 110. At fault will be the 63 of Brad Lawson. Contact with the 5. So Brad will receive his first EOL here this evening. Well, William Hartman out. Todd Cray. Well, let's see here. Todd Cray Duncan did not pit. Okay. Okay. Well, looks like Todd Cray is not going to come down pit road. Can we get... You know, I want to interview him. Where is he? Where is Thiago? There he is. Thiago, buddy. Joshua Medlock up here to broadcast booth. Man, got a copy. Thiago, got a copy.
Coffee.
Yeah, copy. Got a copy?
Coffee.
10-4. All right, 10-4. I understand that 10-4 part. Well, Thiago, man, glad to have you out here racing. We talked on Facebook, man. I know the language barrier. We can understand each other somewhat, but my main thing is here tonight is how is your race going for you?
I don't speak English.
Oh.
Carlos Maciel.
Oh, okay. That might have been the guy that I talked to then. Is the race going for you okay, though? Race okay?
Okay, okay.
All righty.
It's okay.
It's okay. All righty, buddy. Good luck. Luck.
Thank you. Thank
Uh-huh. All right. Yeah, I hate the language barrier. Oh, I hate it. I need to learn every language out there. Just, man, I would love to give these guys the interview they deserve. All right. Well, let's see if we can maybe get. Well, no, we'll see what happens. They are double file already. We'll see what happens. We might be able to get Carlos up here. Maybe TR. I don't know. All right, Todd Cray on the loud pedal, our leader. Here we go, folks. Back away here tonight. Lap 116 here this evening. The 3 was already. The 16. William of the caution is going to fly. Oh! Well, let's go back here and see what happened. All right, well, they take the green. Of course, we're going to see the 67 here. The 11 on the outside here, or on the inside, and then right there it was. Sideways, the 67 goes. All right, waiting on the admins. I don't know if that is where the caution came out, though. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see then, shall we? Alrighty, folks. So some reports coming down the wire here. The streaming service, whether it be for YouTube TV and or uploading, they are having issues. That is why we are having so many issues since Saturday, and that is what they're kind of talking about here. Is it's all started Saturday night. That is when I started having the problems here too. So let's go ahead and get off of that subject, and let's see here if we can find Todd Cray here real quick. There he is, right there, Mr. Todd Cray, buddy. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Todd, you started sixth. You're up front. You had a good qualifying number there. Of course, you always want the pole, but, you know, you're going to get that bonus point for qualifying in the top 12. We're still early, you know, in the season, but we're getting down to the wire here of the race, man. Well, what's going through your mind knowing that usually under 20 to go, 10 to go, it gets a little extreme here?
Yeah, you know, we had a decent qualifying effort. You know, was just trying to feel the race out. Had a real racy car. Was there with Austin Hill, ran with him for a while, and things were looking really good. And just got some guys stayed out after that pit stop and just kind of got doored. Ended up in the wall, took on some damage, fixed the damage, saved a set of tires. So I got to try to weather the storm here, and you know, I got a set in the pit, and if we go 9 or 10, get the caution, we'll see what happens. You know.
Okay, so you got at least one more set. You know, as y'all get to 2 to go here, you got at least one more set to get you by.
Yeah, it was hard not to take that, but we're down a little straightaway speed, so we got a lot of corner speed, but can't be down on straightaway speed here. But we're trying to get a top 10. It's going to depend. If we get a late caution here, we get some fresh rubber, and you never know what's going to happen. So we stayed out, and going to have to be smart here and just see how it plays out.
All right, looks like you're going to be taking the inside here as the Dulsaki 77 going to take the outside on the backstretch. Todd, we still got a ways to go, but winding down the final laps, man. Good luck out there, Todd. And man, let's see if we can pull the upset here tonight, bud.
Yeah, all right, guys. Thank you.
All right, getting back down there to his team here this evening. Todd Cray up front. Brian Wasserman on the outside in second. Nice to see my Dosaki 77 up there with no hood. Hey, still a fast machine. KC Duncan, Austin Hill, GT Hawkins, top 5. That pace truck going to dive off to the safety of pit road yet again and once more. Coming to lap 121 here tonight, folks. And Todd Cray, man, he's just going to get it. He's gone. Green flag is out the outside line. It is not going. That's going to allow Todd Cray to get a little bit of a jump there on this second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth here. As they go 3-1. Austin Hill, man. Look at awesome Austin, man. Look at that. 3-1 at the middle and now on the outside. 3-1 back to 2. Austin up to second. 3-1. Now back to 2 behind them. It looks like Austin Hill, though, coming up on Todd Cray. Austin Hill is going to, I believe, into 1 and 2 here. Yes, he is going to complete that pass. Todd Cray is going to fall back, and he is going to fall back very quickly as GT Kyle get around. It looks like Gary Sexton is going to get around now. The 09 of Bryce Sinasak. Will Davis. Lap 123 as it updates. Well, it's getting wild. Oh, man. Austin Hill, GT Hawkins. And the 39 of Kyle now looking. Going to take that high mid-line there. Not going to be able to get to the outside of GT. But, a little bit of a crossover to the inside of Kyle. Can he hold it? Oh, well, he held it into third. GT just got that run. Three back here. Now they're back to single file and 2 wide. Brian Abbott, Carlos Maciel, and the 00 of Nick Hunt, Will Davis, and Vroom Vroom. Now to the inside of Will L. Davis, as I'm used to saying. Vroom Vroom gonna take over that 9th position. I know we got fans out there all the way from Vroom Vroom to Todd Cray. Hopefully they're still out there tuning in. If not, like I said, I do apologize, and I cannot stress that any more than I already have. Paul Irvin back here in the 888. 69, though, on the car. We're going to have to figure out what's going on that as well. Side by side behind them with, Michael Atkins Jr. coming down pit road. What? He was on the lead lap. What happened to the GTR 41 machine? Oh no! He missed his pit stop totally and had to back up. Wow. Oh. Tough break for Michael Atkins Jr. Kyle Siege now there in the second, taking over that second spot from GT Hawkins. GT back to third. Okay, so looks like caution. There was no caution. It'll be a lap 110. See, Brad Lawson, that's what I went over. Okay, so lap 122, Michael Atkins Jr. and Griffith. I can't fully see that for some reason. Not sure why. Something happened there, and Michael Atkins Jr. gonna have to come down pit road. That's all I know. So we'll just go ahead and go with that. Because I don't understand it. Looks like Blake Griffith might have had something that he had to do too. I can't understand it. All right, 15 laps to go here tonight. Austin Hill, 18, 18, 18, 18, 19. Everybody out here at about the same amount of strategy, tires, and fuel. So, you know, it's really going to come down to who has saved what here. But Austin Hill up front, Kyle Siege in second. All righty, guys. 12 laps to go here this evening. And, of course, up front, we've got Awesome Austin. Oh, and he's blinking out. Oh, no. Don't start that here tonight. We don't want to see it. Oh, come on. No, I'm going to have to go back here on Kyle. And a battle for second as GT Hawkins goes to the inside of the 39. of Kyle. Man, Austin blinking out again here. Man, hopefully he can get that squared away because that is going to really upset it. Right now, though, GT in that second, making the pass over Kyle. Oh, a little bit of a bumping action going on there between the 39 and the 14. I don't think Kyle's going to give that 14 any a breathing room, I should say. And about a back 4 second between Kyle and GT. Get back here to Bryce Citizen and company. They're single file. They're just kind of hanging tight, doing their thing, just waiting to see kind of what happens. And they cut here in 7th. Awesome run by Nick, Brian Abbott, Gary Sexton, Ed Morris. Ed Morris coming back through the field, or at least trying to. Awesome Austin there up front. Now at about 2.1 seconds. We've got 8 laps to go. Coming to 7. This time by 7 to go. To go. Well, we take a look here real quick. We've had 6 cautions here tonight. Of course, one more than last season. What happened? We seen 5 last season and then 6 tonight. Man, what is going on? All right, Austin Hill is going to take that 4 to go. Or, 4 to go as it updates.